Hey everybody, Paul Cameron here from SpeedUpMyJobSearch.com, and I need to speak with the job seekers out there who are starting to get frustrated because it seems like nothing's working and you're ready to give up. And please understand my perspective here. I am a headhunter who works on 100% commission, meaning I don't get paid unless I find a good job opening and a candidate who has the skills and the best resume and who interviews better than anyone else. So I can tell you for a fact it is possible to land a good job in any economy because I've been helping people do that on a monthly basis all year, every year since 1998. You can't give up. That's just not an option. I mean, it seems like everybody loves that old Star Wars quote when Yoda said, "Do or do not. There is no try." But you can't think that way when you need a job. It's do or do. So try. Right? And you can't just try something once and then give up on it if it doesn't work the first time. I was just talking to a guy this past week, and when I suggested that he needed to be calling these potential employers before he sends his resume, he said, "Yeah, you know what? I tried that and it didn't work." Well, I mean, if you call the person who you think you would be reporting to at that company and just ask who you should be talking to about that job, they're either going to say, "Yeah, that's me," in which case now you're in an interview, or they're going to say, "Call HR." And then when you call HR, you can tell them that the manager said you should call them about that job and you could be a fit for it. Now that might not work every time, but it will if you keep trying. I mean, I asked out a couple of girls when I was in high school and they said no, it didn't work. But I didn't give up on women altogether, right? You've got to keep trying. Job search isn't do or die, it's do or do. There is no die, and it doesn't have to be, really. I mean, you can do this. It's possible for anyone to land a good job. You just need to learn the process of how to do it, and there is a blueprint of how to do it. I'm sorry if I'm being too direct here, but the truth is that every minute you spend complaining about the job market is a minute that you lose from your search, and it's benefiting nobody. I mean, if you think about this, let's say you spend the next 10 minutes complaining about how tough the job market is, and you actually convince somebody that you're right, that it is tough. Well, what do you get for that? Nothing. There's no reward for winning that argument. But if you spent those same 10 minutes looking through LinkedIn and looking through all your endorsements on LinkedIn, especially from people you don't know, and then you endorsed them back and you looked for job openings within the companies listed on their profiles, and you asked them who you should talk to about those jobs at those companies, those are warm leads. If you did that consistently for 10 minutes every day, you'd have more quality leads to pursue. Listen, your options here are either make this happen for yourself and land a job, or to make this happen for yourself and land a job. It's do or do. You have to try. And if it's important to you to land the right job, don't leave it up to chance. Go and get it using social media, calling employers, setting up an effective plan for yourself daily, networking effectively so you're not walking out of meetings with pockets full of useless business cards, but instead with a room full of relationships that you can build on. These are things that anyone can do. You just need to know how, and they're much easier to do than you think. And I'll close with this. I'm currently moving my office to a new location, and unfortunately my administrative assistant, who's been with me for 5 years, the one who helps me with all these wonderful videos and really everything else, needs to be close to home for her family. So she's not going to be able to make that commute with me to the new location. Well, within 30 days of her starting her search, using the tools we teach on SpeedUpMyJobSearch.com, she received an offer from a Fortune 300 company within the same suburb of Chicago that she lives in, and has serious interest from 2 other companies. How many administrative assistants do you know out there who have been looking for a job for months? You can do this. You just need to know how. We have another person who's been looking for a job for 7 years, management level candidate. And on her 26th day as a member of SpeedUpMyJobSearch.com, she accepted an offer and had to cancel interviews with 2 other companies. And this site just launched 2 months ago as of the time of this recording, and we're continuing to update this site with strategies weekly. This site can help you if you use it and study it. And if you don't want to sign up for this site, then go buy a book on the process. But whenever you do, do something. You can't quit. That's just not one of your choices. It's do or it's due. Now, if you don't have a plan for today, make one right now and follow it. It's time to get to work.